Hi, and welcome to Diaspora Dialogue. Today I'm going to be speaking with Shalini. She's 16 and she has lived in Melbourne since she was 9 years old. Shalini, thanks for joining me on the program.
Thank you for having me.
So yeah, like I just said, you've been living in Melbourne since you were 9 and you're 16 now. What has your connection with the country been during those years that you've been away?
Well, we usually visit like every year to see family, and yeah, there's a big community there of Sri Lankans, so we get together like every weekend, so it's pretty close.
Okay. And you're here with a friend from an Australian friend. What has your trip been like so far?
It's pretty good. I've just been showing her places.
Okay, and you're going to be here for another 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
what are you planning to show her?
Well, we're just going up to Nuwara, maybe see the Maligava and Candy, go see some elephants, shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have many friends from Sri Lanka that you still keep in touch with? And
Yeah, I do. Like from when I used to go to school here, I still keep in touch with them.
okay, that's great. So how do you keep in touch with them? Is it like, do you call them or?
Just over the internet, Facebook and all, yeah.
Okay, do you meet up with them when you're here? Or?
Yeah, I'm actually going to go back to my school to see them in the next couple of days.
Joanna, your friend, just told me that you wouldn't be going to the north on this trip,
Yeah.
but you've been there before. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, we went during the war, because we're just like traveling. We were going to go with like a group of people, but they all decided not to come because of the war. But yeah, it was good. I really
Which year
liked
was that?
seeing it.
Do you remember?
Not sure. Just before 2006.
Right, so that was during the peace process?
I think so.
Yeah, okay. So what were your impressions of the north at that time?
Well, there were a lot of like security and checkpoints, and we had to be like really safe. Like we traveled with like 2 army guys. Yeah.
Okay,
It
and
was
did you
good.
find it very different to the south that you have been more familiar with?
Yeah, it was a lot different. Yeah.
How was it different?
Just a lot of security everywhere. You just had to get checked to go through.
Okay. And what do you think, do you follow the events happening in the country from
Yeah.
Australia?
Yeah.
You do. Diaspora members have often been stereotyped as being hardliners, no matter whether you're Sinhala or Tamil. What do you think about that stereotype? Do you think it is a stereotype? Do you find that it's true, living of Sri Lankans who've lived out of Sri Lanka, that they have certain set opinions that they're not really willing to change? Or
No, I think that's a pretty big stereotype. I think people can change.
so what do your relatives have any thoughts about what's been happening, or do you have any thoughts about what's been happening?
Well, now it's just more peaceful and you can just travel anywhere you want without having to be scared, so it's really good.
Okay, so did you find that when you visited before you were worried and
Especially to come to Colombo with like all the stuff they said is happening in the news. Yeah,
okay. But you live in Kurunagala,
yeah.
so what's that like? What's home life like there for you?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Just day-to-day things.
Okay. So you're here for 3 weeks, and will you be coming back next year?
I think so, yeah. We just come back every year.
Okay, and is there anything you'd like to see change or develop in terms of what's happening in the country?
I think the facilities should be improved.
What kind of facilities?
Just like the universities and schools and educations. I think now that the war's over, they should start rebuilding, making everything better.
Okay, thanks so much for joining me on the program. Thanks.